Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to a Pokemon Go video. This has been something a long time in the making. I feel like I've talked about it on quite a few different series where I'll just start rambling on about what I've done in Pokemon Go, what's going on in Pokemon Go, what's next in the Battle League in Pokemon Go, how have I been doing in the Battle League in Pokemon Go. And frankly, I figured it was about time to start posting videos on it. It's something that I really enjoy. I spend a lot of it in my own free time outside of recording, and I figured this is something that I'm like so into. Why not share that with you guys? So welcome. Today we are going to be doing some Pokemon Go Battle League. If you guys are not familiar with that, what we are going to do is we are going to do a circuit of 5 matches on a ranked ladder and hopefully come out on top. I'll talk a little bit about my thoughts on the ladder and what everything is going on right now, but let's go ahead and just check some of the encounters around us really quickly. Catch them, because I do not. You'll see people on Twitter post pictures. They'll have 700,000 Stardust. They'll have 1 million Stardust. They'll have 2 million Stardust. I think I've got like 8,000. And that's because I spend a lot of my Stardust in general. That's because I spend a lot of my Stardust in general. 6,000 Stardust. There you go. The shiny? Life shiny reaction? Nope. Okay. Just wanted to see. Figured I'd check. But I spent a lot of my Stardust on powering up Mons, unlocking new moves, trying out new team combinations in the Go Battle League, which is odd because I was never a fan of the PvP. I thought trainer battling was the weirdest thing that they could ever bring to Pokemon Go, frankly. I thought, why on earth would you want to do that? Why would you not just want to go out and raid and do all this other stuff? Why would you not want to go out and hatch eggs and do everything that you can do in the game? Why would you want to battle somebody else? And then quarantine hit. You know, a lot of people got put in a stay in place order by their local, state, or federal government. And Pokemon Go actually waived the requirements. Typically, in the Pokemon Go Battle League, you'll see this here. You guys see my win streaks. Not the best. You know, I've done 420 battles. Nice. And I've won 225 of them. My longest streak actually was 10 battles in a row, which was really impressive to me, at least. But if we take my wins divided by my total, I have about a 53% loss rate, or win to battle ratio. So I haven't won all of them, but I've won more than half. I have won 225. I've lost 195. So I've got a pretty good KD ratio. I've got a 1.15 KD ratio when it comes to Pokemon Go. But originally, when this battle feature was introduced, you needed to take, I believe it was 3 kilometers after every 5 battles in order to re-enter in the league, or you could use Pokecoins and purchase your way into the next round. And with the stay-in-place orders that were being issued and all the things that are going on in the world right now, they, on top of a bunch of other specials that they've got going on in the shop. Oh, I should check that out, actually. I should check that out. There is, look at that. 15 raspberries, 30 Pokeballs, 20 Great Balls, 20 Pineapple Berries for a 1 coin. We're going to go on ahead and pick that up. And then, with that, they waived the step requirements, though. So you can pretty much, the basic rewards, the basic tier, free. Nothing to it. You go in, you do 5 matches, you are good to go. Premium rewards, you use a premium raid pass, too, so you can consider it like $1 for entry because it is 100 Pokecoins for 1 raid pass. You can buy more raid passes in different boxes, things like that, but right now, the Go Battle League is a really good opportunity for people just to kind of get into the meta, especially because you can run 5, change your team up, do whatever, and you don't have to use the same team every time. I like using the same team so I get a better feel for it, and we're 4 minutes in, and I haven't even started battling yet. I've just been rambling, but you guys will see my parties right here. These are the most successful teams that I've had in the Great League. There is a max CP per Pokemon of 1,500. I've been using a Alolan Raichu, Registeel, and a Azumarill. Ultra League, the max CP was 2,500. I have been using a Alolan Muck, Togekiss, and Giratina. Master League, there is no limit. You boost the hell out of your Pokemon and just go for it. So you guys, there are obviously Pokemon that can reach CPs of 4,000 plus. I have a few maxed out Slacking. I have 100% shiny Mewtwo, all of which are well above 4,000. But they're not that good competitively in this meta, which is really weird to think about because you like powering up your Pokemon all the time. You like doing all this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, the Mewtwo that I spent months on, months and months, I'm adjusting my fan so it's like blowing at me, but not picking up in the microphone. And Chase, just take off your hoodie. I don't wanna. They're just not that well. they're just not that well. So these are the ones that I found the most luck with. This is the team that I've been running quite a bit with in the Master League. My biggest problem right now is Kyogre is a huge problem. So people who took time during the event weekends to max out Kyogres and get all that, that's really hard. And then Dialga is kind of a problem. I'm trying to get enough Stardust to give Metagross a second charge move with Earthquake. So what we have right now, we have Togekiss. We're almost maxed out on this Togekiss. We have Charm as the fast move, and then the 2 charge moves we have are Air Slash and Flamethrower. Rhyperior is the Community Day Rhyhorn. It has Mud Slap as its fast move, Rock Wrecker and Surf as the 2 moves. I've been debating changing up Surf. Surf is nice because it charges fast. Actually, you know what, while I'm thinking about it, talking about how much Dialga gives me trouble. Hold on. Talking about how much Dialga gives me trouble. Hold on. Let's use, so I have 119 charged TMs, by the way. The Battle League is absolutely ridiculous for doing that. Now, you'd think where is it? I was about to say, you'd think Earthquake would be good, but that takes too long to charge. Mud Slap is better. I need to be careful not to select Rock Wrecker, because otherwise it's gone. I don't get it back, which is really, really unfortunate. So I want to make sure that's there. So we've got Superpower. That'll probably help me deal with any Dialgas we have. But Dialga hasn't been too problematic. We'll kind of see when we get there, and I'll kind of talk my thoughts through. What are the other problems that I've had with this team? I have had issues with Kyogre. I've had issues with Dialga. Melmetal's not too bad, but it depends on the rest of the stacks, because I really only have Rhyperior as the Steel Breaker right now. Togekiss's fast move is good, but Flamethrower takes too long to charge, and it can't really take that many steel moves. So, that being said, I like the basic tier because at 3 wins you get 2 rare candies. The premium at 5 wins you get 8 rare candies, so that's the payoff. When Cobalion was around, I was doing a lot of the premium leagues because you only needed 2 wins to get the Cobalion encounter. But I think for this video, we're just going to do the basic reward tier. And we are going to queue up with our first team right here. We're going to see what happens. You guys see that I'm rank 8. That is 2,000 points or above. I have 2129, which has been doing really well. We are going up against somebody who is 2134. So we're going to see what exactly they want to lead off with. I'll try to commentate as I go and kind of give my thoughts. Togekiss always leads really well because a lot of people lead off Dragon Breakers right out the gate. So this is more than likely going to force a switch by my opponent. Exactly. And they go onto their Metagross. So when they go onto their Metagross, that's a chance for me to go onto my Rhyperior, because Mud Slap is super effective. We're bulky enough to where we can take their Bullet Punch fast moves. That's not too big of a problem. And what I can do is I can start going for my moves. I'm not going to go for Superpower. Superpower does have the opportunity to lower my attack and my defense by 1 set, which is not what I want if I'm going to keep Rhyperior around here. So I'm going to go for a Rock Wrecker. I'm going to see if I can burn one of their Protects, which I do, which is good. Unfortunately, I don't get enough fast moves off to be able to finish off the Metagross. I am going to use both my Protects turn in this encounter right here, because a few more Mud Slaps is going to be able to finish off this Metagross, which is a huge threat to our Togekiss. Depending on what else he's got in the back, we may switch around. You guys can see in the bottom right, our little counter right there. Our little counter is doing well. And right now I'm just going to toss off a Superpower, because this Kyogre is about to melt my Rhyperior. And they do block, which is good. So they have used both their Protects. We did get a little bit of chip damage off. Togekiss is going to be my best bet. Charm hits really, really hard. And I'm going to try to get an Aerial Ace off before they surf me. They're going to surf right here. And I think Kyogre just hits so hard. It's such a problem for the team. I haven't found a good way to deal with that yet. Surf is not going to knock us out. So we are going to be able to get another Charm off into an Aerial Ace, which is good for us. And Metagross should... I miss. Fly is such a hard one. Fly is such a hard one. But we'll still get a good amount of chip damage off. We'll get one more Charm. And then we should actually... We might be in a pretty good position to finish this up with Metagross. Oh, yes, we did it. Okay, awesome. So I think we've got this in the bag. Typically, Dragonite runs Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw, or Dragon Pulse and Dragon Claw, which our Steel type naturally resists. So we played this one really well. Using Togekiss to help break the Kyogre is really, really nice. Again, that fast move does a ton of damage. And you can see that... I almost forget that this Metagross is Community Day. The Community Day Metagross with Meteor Mash does a tremendous amount of damage. To really... There's not much that people are running right now. Opposing Steel types... See, look at that. We take that. We take that. And we pick up our first... battle. Our first W in this circuit, which is really, really nice. You guys will see. I think I've got 60 plus. Oh, that was our 71st win. Okay. So we're almost at 200 for there. The only thing that really gives Metagross trouble are opposing steel types. So Kyogre and water types, of course. And Kyogre is really the only water type that I've seen ran. Dialga, Metagross, and Melmetal all give us trouble with Metagross. And then, of course, Kyogre, which is why we want to preserve our Togekiss to be able to just break more effectively, because that fast move just hits so hard. I think it's like 20 base power for the fast move. It's one of the best hard-hitting moves for a fast move in the meta right now. We got somebody else in the 2100s. So let's see what exactly they want to pull off. Let's see what else they want to do. So here's where they're going to lead Melmetal. I'm going to go hard out into Rhyperior. Their fast move is normally an electric type, so we're good on that. We can get some early damage off with Mud Slap. And they go out into Swampert, which is going to be a huge amount of trouble for us. Because here comes a Hydro Cannon. Swampert, that's the other water type that is pretty prevalent. Swampert's incredible. If you're an avid Pokemon Go player and you've been around long enough to get a Community Day Mudkip or Swampert, I mean, you're set. You're really set, because it is the fastest. I think with Mud Slap, it is the fastest Pokemon in the game to get Hydro Cannon. And because it has Mud Slap as its fast move, it's not doing as much damage to us as it should be. If it had Water Gun, or I think that's the other fast move is Water Gun. If it had Water Gun, it would be ripping us right now. But thankfully, it is not. We're going to be able to get a large amount of damage off. I'm going to go... Oh, see. Look how fast Hydro Cannon charged. I didn't tap Rock Wrecker fast enough. He's about to blow... We might lose this one. We might lose this one because I couldn't get another Rock Wrecker off. That's fine. We're going to go back out into Togekiss now. Togekiss hits so hard. And see, here's one more. Here's another Hydro Cannon. Swampert's just a massive nightmare. It charges. It's only... And plus, my opponent only has a 2800 CP Swampert. So it's just going to wreck us naturally. We are going to be able to put down the Swampert. I want my opponent to not think I have Flamethrower as they go out into Melmetal. And here comes the Melmetal. Typically, these things run Rock Slide and Superpower. I think because I did not burn that extra Protect turn with... There's the Rock Slide. I think because we did not burn the extra Protect turn with the... When it was Rhyperior versus Swampert, I think that is going to put us in a pretty bad position. I don't see Metagross being able to take this. I'm just going to surrender. I'm at a high enough point right now where I understand when I can win a battle and when I cannot. So we're going to go one-on-one right now. Swampert, Kyogre, Dialga, Melmetal. It really is hard to find like just the perfect synergy, because there's such a common meta right now where you find a lot of Togekiss, you find a lot of Metagross, then you'll find the random odd ones that people will bring out. Giratina, Altered Origin Giratina. So we're going to be able to hit this thing with a Charm really hard. It's going to go out in a Swampert. And actually, I'm going to stay in with Swampert. Or I'm going to stay in with Togekiss, rather. I want to get as much damage off on this thing because I want to scout for his moves. We see it has got the Hydro Cannon there, which is fine. And its fast move is actually going to be Mud Slap. See, look at that. 2 Hydro Cannons by the time he's able to go for it. So I'm going to try to protect Togekiss just enough where we can go for that, because I do want to keep Togekiss around for the Giratina. And I'm going to hit all these flying ones. Fighting, I think, is actually the hardest one for me. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hard out into Metagross here. The Mud Slap's going to be super effective, but we're going to be able to tank the Hydro Cannon at the very least, after we burn both of them. The common way that people break through these are finding your fast chargers like this. Mud Slap Rhyperior actually does really, really well. And if my opponent's smart, they sack the Swampert right here. In my opinion, if my opponent's smart, they sack the Swampert right here, which they do, because there's no sense in keeping that Swampert around. Their Giratina is probably going to come in right now. It typically does run a Ghost move and then probably Shadow Ball, I'd have to say. We do charge really fast, so we are going to burn their last Protect, which is good news for us. And we get... Oh, they didn't even use the Protect. They did not even use the Protect. Okay, so they're going to go for a Shadow Ball here. I think what we need to do is go out into Togekiss. Oh, as they don't. They go out into their own Togekiss. Okay. So we're going to go out into Rhyperior here, because I want to keep Togekiss around for their Giratina. Typically, Togekiss's charge moves are not going to do too much to us. They carry Ancient Power, Air Slash, or Flamethrower. I have not seen one run Dazzling Gleam, but now that I'm actually recording for YouTube, it's Flamethrower. Okay, so we take that. I'm going to toss off a Superpower because I want them to burn their last I want them to burn their last protect here. Yep. There it is. We're going to get the defense drop, unfortunately. Rock Wrecker's already halfway charged up. If our Togekiss can pull this off, that'd be pretty good for us. We're almost to an aerial ace, which is going to knock this out. And then we just have to hope. The Giratina probably has Shadow Ball. I actually think we might lose this one as well. Their Giratina, they probably withdrew the Giratina. There's the Shadow Ball. Yep. All right. That's going to be all she wrote there, unfortunately. Unless they're Shadow Sneak. No, they're Shadow Ball. Yep. If they're Shadow Sneak, maybe. But Shadow Ball, unfortunately. So my opponent played that really well. They made the appropriate sacks and the appropriate switches. The good thing about this is that it is really easy to bounce back. Because there's a best of 5 before we get our ranking points. Dropping 2 is not the end of the world. I typically aim to go at least 3 up during these best of 5s, but we'll see exactly what happens, really. So we're learning a lot of common counters. We're learning a lot of doubles that people can make. Again, Dragon Lead. This puts us in a pretty favorable position where I can just start clicking Charm right out the gate. And they have their Melmetal, which I'm going to go immediately into Rhyperior for. And now he went for Rock Slide. Okay. Rock Slide charges a lot faster than Superpower, so I wanted to make sure that that was the case. And I'm not going to burn that. So here's where he's probably going to go for the Superpower. I'll use the Protect. And I think if he gets the Defense Drop, I think I might just stay in. He actually has the Rock Slide again. Okay. So he might be trying to bait me into not wasting my Protects here. Here's another Rock Slide. I'm going to click Not Now. I'm not going to use a Protect. And if you guys are Superpower, I'm going to be upset. I knew it. I knew it. He was going to bait me into it. Okay. So we're going to be able to knock this thing out. What I am going to do here, I'm going to toss off Rock Wrecker first, depending on... They go out in a Dragonite, actually. So we're going to toss off a Rock Wrecker. I don't know if we'll be right in the back to do another one. And he doesn't even protect. He just drops the Dragonite. All right, now we're going to toss the Superpower off. Giratina, unfortunately, immunities are quad resisted. So he can go for a Protect here, which he does, which is great news for us. And we still have a Protect shield on our side. So I don't know why my opponent didn't Protect with the Dragonite, but Togekiss should actually be able to wrap this up. I'm going to use a Protect shield on the Shadow Ball. And we should be in a really good position here. I think my opponent not using a Protect shield on Dragonite was probably the largest misplay. And they block the aerial ace. So we should be able to get... If they go for another Shadow Ball, we should live it. And we can probably wrap this up with Metagross if Togekiss goes down. But I think we've got this one in the bag. Here's a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball just hits so hard. Oh, yeah. With Charm, we've got that in the bag. We didn't even need to bring Metagross to the table. So that's 2-2 right now. Our goal in this is to ultimately go 3-2. We see that a lot of people bring a lot of dragons, which is why Togekiss is so good. And you want to bring, you need to bring a fairy check, frankly. A lot of Togekiss do run Flamethrower for those steel types, for a Melmetal, for Metagross, things like that. So it is, you do need to keep that in mind when leading off those dragons. Do you have something in the back? Typically, if you see somebody run a dragon, you will see them with that steel type in the background. I've actually never seen a Raikou lead. I'm going hard. This is the interesting one because I really don't know what my opponent has. He's got Raikou. He's got Machamp. This is not good for us. I'm going to go for a Rock Wrecker here and hopefully burn a turn of his attack. Now, his fast move is counter more than likely. I don't see them running fighting type moves for charges, but I could be 100% wrong. I'm going to burn one right here just to scout. Cross Chop. That is not good. And we're only halfway to our switch out. Okay. We're going to keep working it. I think what I do here is I try to charge up a Superpower. Unfortunately, it knocks me out. Okay. So we're going to go back out into Togekiss. Togekiss should pick this thing up right here. Ah, man. Would he have Rock Slide? He'd probably have Rock Slide. He'd probably have Rock Slide. He'd probably have Rock Slide. I want to Protect. There's the Rock Slide. Okay, so he made that good call. We'll finish this up right here. Metagross can come out. Unfortunately, he's got a... Who runs Raikou, man? So we're going to get hurt by his charge moves. Unfortunately... Oh, man. Who runs Raikou? I have never... You guys saw I've played 400 battles. I have never seen somebody bring a Raikou before. I have never Raikou and Kyogre. Oh my god, yo. I don't know if we have this one, guys. We might go 2 and 3 this time. We might go 2 and 3 this time. Just like who? Oh man. I really don't know who. That's so bizarre. I mean, like I said, you're gonna see everything on these ladders. You're gonna see everything, and here's probably gonna come a Surf or a Hydro Pump. Now we're under half. Yeah, I don't think we've got this one. There's the Surf. Yep. Yep, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be GG. So we ended up going 2 and 3. We'll still be well in the 2000s. I don't know if we'll drop below 2100. I don't know if we'll drop below 2100. Let's get our Stardust and my 9 millionth Sinnoh Stone. Charge TM, same thing. 2119. So we actually didn't drop too many. We dropped 10 points. We're still in the 2100s. We got some Stardust for it as well. Let's check live shiner reaction. Live shiner reaction. Nope. No on the Natu, but we'll catch it for the Stardust. So my biggest thing is that those bulky water types do cause us some trouble. And ultimately, it's going to take some time. The Master League is so hard to invest in. The 1500 leagues, you really don't need that much Stardust to spend up to try out a new team. But the Master League, you really have to have the Stardust or the candy, the rare candy bulk to be able to finish those and to be able to power up mons to that level. But that's going to be it. I wanted to do this best of 5. If you guys want to see more of these, if you guys want to hear more of my thoughts on the Pokemon Go Battle League, I know in a few weeks they are actually trying, they're going to open up the Great League, the Ultra League, and the Master League all in one. So that'll be all in one. Well, you can try each 3 of them to be able to do stuff. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought about this. If you guys want to see more of these, let me know. If you guys really don't, if you guys want to see more of it, leave a like on the video, of course. Let me know in the comment section. And if you guys are really into the Battle League, let me know what you guys are up to in the Battle League. Let me know what your guys' teams are, what you guys have been finding for counters, all that fun stuff. I love talking strategy for this. This is a really, really fun competitive meta. And if you guys don't want to see it, I'm still going to enjoy it in my own spare time. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. And I'll see you on the next video. Later.